A very warm good morning, my dear children. Welcome back to Science 2 lecture. Earlier lecture we were doing lesson number 6, that is animal classification. But we have not completed this lesson. Few parts are remaining. We were doing the phylum groups. We were studying about phylums. So the remaining one we will complete in this lecture. So let's get started with those topics. The phylum is Echinodermata. The descriptions is given which animal belongs to this category. So they are, first point is calcareous spines are present on the body of these animals. The calcareous spines are present on the body of this type of animals which belong to Echinodermata phylum. Hence they are called as Cynoderms. Why they are called as Cynoderms? Because of the calcareous spines are present on their body. Second, these animals are found only in ocean. They will found only in the ocean. Their body is triploblastic eucliomate and it is radially symmetrical in adult stage. In the adult stage, they are radially symmetrical. However, they show bilateral symmetry in the larval stage. In the adult stage, they are radially symmetrical, but they show bilateral symmetry in larval stage. They perform locomotion with the help of tube feet. They are having tube feet. With the help of that they perform locomotion. Locomotion means movement. Tube feet are also useful for capturing the prey. Some animals are sedentary. The tube feet are used for the locomotion and they are also useful for capturing the prey, capture the insect. Some animals are sedentary. They have a skeleton made up of calcareous spines and or ossicles, means plates. Next, these animals have good ability of regeneration. Regeneration means generating again. So these kinds of animal are having a very good ability to regenerate themselves. These animals are mostly unisexual. They are not bisexual. They are mostly unisexual. The example of the animal belongs to these phylums are starfish, sea urchin, brittle star, sea cucumber, etc. I'll show you the picture. This is starfish, sea urchin is here, and this one is sea cucumber. Okay, students. In certain situation, the starfish, in some conditions, in some situations, the starfish can break apart its body part and regenerate those later on. जो starfish है वो कोई ऐसा एक सिचुएशन आता है जिसमें वो अपने बॉडी के पार्ट को ब्रेक करती है और वो पार्ट को बाद में वापस रिजनरेट कर सकती है. ओके स्टूडेंट, सो दिस वाज अबाउट द फाइलम Echinodermata. Next phylum is phylum Hemichordata. Body of these animals are divided into 3 parts. How many parts, student? The body of these animals is divided into 3 parts: proboscis, collar and trunk. Proboscis, collar and the trunk. Notochord is present in the proboscis region only. Hence they are called as Hemichordata. Notochord is present in the proboscis region, so they are called as the Hemichordata. These animals are also called as acorn worms. These animals also called as acorn worms. These are marine animals, live in burrows in sand. They live in the sand. they have one to many pharyngeal gill slits. They are having one to many pharyngeal gill slits. They are unisexual, or some may be hermaphrodite. The animal belongs to these groups are unisexual, or some may be hermaphrodite. The example of this phylum, the animals belongs to this phylum are Balanoglossus and Saccoglossus. The picture you can observe in the textbook 6.20, animals in the phylum Hemichordata. Here you can observe the picture. Okay, students. The Balanoglossus is considered as a connecting link. They are considered as a connecting link between non-chordates and the chordates. These animals show the characters of both the groups. We have done about the connecting link in the first chapter, that is evolution. Evidences of evolution, we are having connecting link. So this animal play as a connecting link between the chordates and non-chordates. The animals show the character of both the groups. Okay, students, so this point you have to keep in mind. Next phylum is Chordata. These animals have supporting notochord in their body. They are having supporting notochord in their body. All chordates are included in the same phylum. The phylum Chordata is classified in 3 subphyla. The Chordata is divided into 3 subphyla. This is phylum. After that they are divided into subphylum. Following are the important characters of the phylum Chordata. What are the characteristics? First, notochord is present in the body during at least any development stage. They are present in the body during any development stage, but they are present. Pharyngeal gill slits are present in the body during at least any development stage. The pharyngeal gill slits are also present at any stage of the development. Third, single tubular spinal cord is present on the dorsal side of the body. The single tubular spinal cord is present on the dorsal side, not on the ventral side. And the heart is present on the ventral side of the body. These characteristics already we have learned in previous lecture. Now what are the subphylums? There are 3 subphylums. They are classified into 3 subphyla. First subphylum is Urochordata. The second one is Cephalochordata, and the last, that is third one, is Vertebrata or Cranidiata. So first we will talk about the subphylum Urochordata. These are marine animals. The animals are marine animals. Their body is covered by skin like test or turning. Their body is covered with the skin like test or tunic. Larvae of these animals are freely swimming, and notochord is present in only tail region of the larvae. They are freely swimming. These animals are freely swimming, and notochord is present only tail region of larvae. Hence they are called as Urochordata. Larvae metamorphose into adults. The larvae afterwards get metamorphosed into adults after settling down at the bottom of the sea. They are metamorphosed into the adult. When they get metamorphosed into adults after settling down at the bottom of the sea. Generally these animals are hermaphrodite. These animals are hermaphrodites. Example are Hermania, Doliolum, Ico, Pleura, etc. Pictures we can observe here. Doliolum and Hardmania. You can learn about these pictures with the help of these namings. Okay, students. Second subphylum is Cephalochordata. These are small fish-like marine animals. They are small fish-like marine animals. Notochord is present throughout the body length. Throughout the body length, notochord is present. You can observe here. Leveling is given. Pharynx is very long and contains gill slits. The pharynx is very long and contain gill slits. These are the pharynx, which is very long and that contains gill slits. These animals are unisexual. Example is Amphioxus. You can observe the picture. Animal in the subphylum Cephalochordata. And last subphylum of Chordata is Vertebrata. In these animals, notochord is replaced by vertebral column. The notochord is replaced by the vertebral column. In these animals, head is well developed. The head is well developed. And brain is protected by the cranium. The head is well developed and the brain is protected by the cranium. Endoskeleton is either cartilaginous or bony. Some chordates are jawless, whereas some are with the jaw. Some animals of chordates are with the jawless. They are not having jaw, whereas some are with the jaws. Clear, students? Now this subphylum Vertebrata is classified into 6 classes. This subphylum Vertebrata is now subdivided into 6 classes. Let's learn about that. The subphylum Vertebrata is divided into 6 classes as follows. First class, Cyclostomata. These animals have jawless mouth provided with the sucker. In these, jaw is absent. Animals have jawless mouth provided with the sucker. This is the sucker. They have jawless mouth with the sucker. Their skin is soft and without scale. The skin is very soft and thus they are not having any scales on the skin. Paired appendages are absent. Endoskeleton is cartilaginous. And most of the animals are ectoparasites. Most of the animals are ectoparasite. Examples are Petromyzon and Myxins, etc. Observe the picture. Okay, students. The second class is Pisces. They are cold-blooded aquatic animal living in marine and fresh water. They are cold-blooded animals, aquatic animals. They live in the marine as well as in fresh water. Body is spinal shaped to minimize water resistance. Body is spinal shaped to minimize the water resistance. They have paired and unpaired fins. They are having paired and unpaired fins. You can observe in the picture, these are the fin. So they are paired and unpaired fins for the swimming. Tail fin is useful as a steering organ during swimming. Where is the tail fin? You can observe. So the tail fin is useful as a steering organ during swimming. During the swimming, they are used as a steering organ. Exoskeleton is in the form of scales, and endoskeleton is either cartilaginous or bony. The respiration occurs with the gills. With the help of gills, the respiration occurs. The example of the animals belong to this class are rohu, pomfret, seahorse, shark, electric ray, stingray, etc. You can observe in the picture beta. This one is the dogfish. Scalodon is dogfish. The next class, that is third one, is amphibia. These animals are strictly aquatic during larval life. They are strictly aquatic during the larval life and perform only aquatic respiration. They are strictly aquatic during larval life and they perform aquatic respiration, whereas they can live in water as well as on land during adult life. They can survive in water and even they can survive on the land during the adult life and can perform aquatic as well as aerial respiration. In the stage of larvae, they strictly live in the aquatic during larvae life and perform only aquatic respiration. But after the adults, they can live in water as well as on the land and they can perform aquatic as well as aerial respiration. They have two pairs of appendages. They are having two pairs of appendages, digits and without claws. Digits and without claws. Exoskeleton is absent. Skin is without any derivative and usually kept moist for respiration. And their skin is without any derivative, is usually kept moist for the respiration. External ear is absent but tympanum is present. The external ear is absent but the tympanum is present. Neck is absent, eyes are prominent with eyelids. Neck is absent and eyes are prominent with the eyelids. You can observe picture. The animal belongs to this class are frog, toad, salamander, etc. The frog and toad you can observe in the picture. Next class is reptilia. According to the course of animal evolution, these are the first true terrestrial animal with creeping movement. These are the first true terrestrial animal with the creeping movement. They are having creeping movement. They are cold-blooded animals. They are the animals which are cold-blooded animals. They creep on the land as their body cannot be lifted up. Creeping आवाज निकालते, तो they can creep on the land because their body cannot move or they cannot lifted up. Their skin is dry and scaly. The skin is dry and the scaly. Neck is present between the head and trunk. The neck is present between the head and the trunk. External ear is absent. Again you can observe. आपको कभी छिपकली के कान दिखे हैं क्या? नहीं दिखे है ना. So external ear is absent. Digits are provided with the claws. The digits are provided with the claws. Example of this class is tortoise, lizard, snake, etc. Next class is ibex. These vertebrates are completely adapted for aerial life. They are completely adapted for the aerial life. These are warm-blooded, that is they can maintain their body temperature constant. The above one was the cold-blooded, but they are the warm-blooded, that is they can maintain their body temperature constant. Constantly their body temperature can be maintained. Their body is spiral shaped to minimize air resistance during flight. Their body is spindle shape to minimize air resistance during flight. Forelimbs are modified into wings. The forelimbs are modified into the wings. Digits are covered with the scales and bear claws. The digits are covered with the scales and the bear claws. Exoskeleton is present in the form of feather. The exoskeleton is present in the form of feather. Neck is present. The neck is present between the head and the trunk. Jaws are modified into beak. Jaws are modified into beak. The example of these animals are peacock, parrot, pigeon, duck, penguin, etc. The example of pigeon you can observe in the picture. The last class and the last topic of the lesson is class Mammalia. Mammalia. Presence of mammary gland is typical character of Mammalia. There is a presence of mammary gland. These animals are warm-blooded. Again, these animals are warm-blooded, not cold-blooded. Body is divided into head, neck, trunk and tail. The body is divided into head, neck, trunk and tail. Digits are provided with the nails, claws or hooves. The digits are provided with the nails, claws or hooves. Exoskeleton is in the form of hairs or fur. The exoskeleton is present in the form of hairs or fur. Example of these animals are elephant, human, kangaroo, dolphin, bat, etc. The example of bat is given, shown in the picture. They are having eyes, legs, pataginum and the body. Okay students. So here we have completed the lesson number 6, which is animal classification. I hope you understood with this topic.